Did I just go into the save room and I didn't even save the game? What?
You've been expected.
No, I don't have any keys. Oh, that's right. Yeah, alright, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's, well, thanks for reminding me. I guess, yeah, I can go back up there and get those. That's... I try to mind my surroundings. I've also only started, broadcasting recently, so occasionally I get, you know, kind of lost in conversation. I'm kind of like, wait, yeah, there's definitely, yeah, the rifle ammo. I didn't even know for a moment whether or not I can come back up here or not. Oh, it's blocked off. I can't get it. The only thing I can get is this document, which I'm not interested in. I'm only interested in keys, but yeah, the wall's blocked off. Might as well just look for a moment here, in case I forgot something. Always. So there's a key over here. Now, this is going to be another part after I get through the beginning that might be a little bit of a pain, because, you know, there's two bombs somewhere that I want to disarm, and I kind of forget how the checkpoints work here. Yeah, they give you a lot. There's a lot of trap parts here, especially if you disarm the bombs. I mean, I already have, what, 36? I don't know what I came in here with. I should have looked about. I think I had, actually, when I started this chapter, I had 11 parts, and now I have 36. I mean, so, yeah, you can get a lot from this chapter. I mean, that's already over 20 parts. So the key is up here. And there's the statue. I'll probably wind up falling. You know what? I'm just gonna... If you don't want to waste any ammo, you can punch that statue, but usually just fall to the ground. I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of handgun ammo. Figure. Now, on this mode, there's a little bit of a difference here. There's a roll of spikes. At least when I played on... I forget how it works on survival mode. But on casual mode, it doesn't move. These spikes are gonna... Right to the left of me, there's a wooden barrier. There's a spike roller that's gonna come out after you. Now, the thing is, there's a, I don't know when it comes. If it's coming right now, that would be a problem. But, you look behind me, it's coming at me. If you, just jump in this pit. It'll stop there. I don't know, for anybody who really thinks you know, you have to disarm that trap, and then you have to shoot these two things really quickly before that spike roller gets here. You don't. You can just wait down in the pit until it stops. You don't want to shoot these two things while you're standing here because you'll get killed. I'm gonna use a harpoon bolt because there's gonna be two lying around. There's an enemy that's gonna drop down after I hit these things and get on it, and you can't do anything about it. I think you even have to kill him in order to progress. So, yeah, it probably is. But some people might think that after you do that, and it's coming from behind you, that you have to really quickly hit these two things and then jump on the thing before it gets here, but you don't. You can just jump in the pit and wait until it stops. And this guy's gonna come down here and he's gonna plop on the ground, but you can't really just burn him. And I have my harpoon bolts stocked, so I'm gonna be able to pick up another one. Of course, one harpoon bolt, even with 240% damage at level 4, does not kill these creatures. Which is why, another reason I make it level 5 harpoon, but I can't right now. It's 50,000 from level 4 to level 5. One hit, if it doesn't kill them, it will eventually, because they'll be on fire. But that's not the real reason. That's one of the reasons to have the level 5. The other one's for the Ruvik clones, really. They'll just go down in one hit very quietly and it won't alert any enemies. And there are only 2 trap parts to make, and 240% damage for the most part. I mean, even the regular Haunted, if you hit them with one hit, will kill them. If not with the hit, then they should just light on fire. I mean, like the alter egos do. They might not, I could be wrong, but in this part, there's a bunch of alter egos that come out, but you don't have to use any ammo because you can smash them all in this pit. The only problem I have here is that this is where the optional tomb is, or tomb. Well, maybe it is a tomb. Which is why I recommend you go on the left side first to shut off the gas valves before coming to the right side of the stone, because that's where another key is, and there's like 4 jars of green gel. But you wouldn't be able to access it now if you didn't shut off the valves. And you'll probably be locked out of it permanently because a gate comes up at some point and you can't come back. So what is going on? Oh no. I cannot believe this guy's crawling through here. It's not good. Oh jeez. Again, they're really slow, so I just I could die. I'm probably gonna die a couple of times, but you know, it's not really a big deal. I just don't. This is just another. This is an example of having just patience and for the sake of preparing for later on. I mean. Maybe that other guy will get in the pit while he's falling. I guess not. No good. I don't know if being on... I didn't mean to do that, and now I don't know what's going to happen because he's on top of the thing, so that's just... This is one of these circumstances where I have no idea what's going to happen. Oh, wait, there's spikes in the top. Maybe... Well... Now, I'm kind of hoping this guy... See... Even on AKUMU mode, their awareness and their movements are still sluggish. Everything is sluggish, so... Which is good for the most part, because you could just run past them and not waste ammo, but... You know, I kind of want to get him into the pit here. And they'll kind of like slop down. He'll just fall there and, you know, really, you just want to... not waste ammo and just kill them. I mean, okay, there's the other guy. Which I already hit him with a harpoon bolt, and like you were saying, I mean the one at that point, I guess, yeah, one handgun bullet after hitting him with the harpoon, especially at level 4, will do it. But I don't. If it's a handgun bullet, I'm not as concerned because I have a lot of handgun bullets still in my lockers, and the handgun ammo, if anything, that's the most that's lying around. So you go to open this, and a bunch of them are going to come out the door. Again, you don't have to waste any ammo, really. I mean, obviously, you don't want to get too close to them because otherwise they'll kill you. But the thing that bothers me is that I want to disarm the bombs and whatnot, and like I know that if I die, I'm gonna have to do this all over again. But I'm not really. The only thing I don't like is you could see like all of them didn't come here. One of them went to the side on the left or somewhere. He just went over there. So. There might be another one. Sometimes one gets stuck in the corner over there. Yeah, he's kind of just walking against the wall. So, I don't know, that happens if anybody's played this before. It could kind of, I've had enemies just like running at me, literally, but they're on stairs and they're running like on the rails. Like kind of, I don't know, it's like they're running like against the door or against the wall. Like with their direction faced at me, but they can't actually come towards me. They just don't go down the stairs or do something, and doesn't happen that often, but it's like it's annoying if you're preparing to do a sneak kill and somebody's I had it in chapter 3. I was waiting for somebody to open a door and sneak up behind them, and they just kind of kept walking like this into the door. Like they wouldn't go around and go through the door. And there was no way I could get, like I had to get the person's attention in order to get them out of the situation. The regular haunted are extremely fast, unlike these creatures, so getting their attention, especially earlier on when I wasn't able to upgrade, didn't have like probably the sprint level I wanted, is a little more. Sometimes I say risky, but again, the risk is usually not as bad as, it could be. Again, if you didn't have... Okay, I only got like 5 lives left, but... This is like the optional place. You don't have to go through here, but this is where the key is, which I pointed out earlier through the gate. There's a lot of traps down here. That's the only thing to be aware of. I mean, I don't mean just the motion sensor bombs, but there's tripwires on the ground. Yeah, there really is a lot of parts on this board, generally. I mean... Like I said, I came in here with about 11 parts. I already have 39 parts. Which is again why I was concerned. I mean, if you leave chapter 6 and you just have no parts whatsoever, I mean, you'll come out of this chapter with a lot of parts. Especially if you disarm the bombs. I mean, you'll come out with, disarming the bombs will, I guess, give you an extra, 12 parts. 'Cause I'm thinking there's 8 motion sensor bombs. Yeah, on this mode also, yeah, I know there's another, usually if you're playing on, I always forget what it was like on survival, because the last mode I played on was casual, just to do a speed run. And usually, and I also played on casual for another reason. Maybe that's how I played through with no upgrades. I come down here, when you come back up, normally it's, I guess, fine, but after doing this, when you come back up, another creature is going to appear. Now, literally, I could just die right here, and I have to go back and do it. There's no checkpoint in between. I mean, And again, nobody has to disarm these bombs. I'm not just saying it's just a matter of wanting, you know, parts. I mean, they're fast, and to tell you the truth, since I've disarmed, out of the 8 motion sensor bombs in this chapter so far, I've disarmed 7 of them. And that's 14 parts. And wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's 6 of them. 6 of them, I guess. So I've disarmed 5 and got 10 parts. And to tell you the truth right now, I don't feel like dying, and this is just a matter of, you know, so I didn't have to shoot it. I could have snuck past it, but for me, 10 parts is pretty sufficient. Some people will just not even bother with the needles and just blow up all of them and or sneak past them. I mean, but like I said, I started this chapter and had 11 parts, and I already have 41 parts. And it's not just because of the bombs. There's a lot of parts in this chapter, so this is a really good place to stock up. And it, you know, chapter 9 is too. You can, because you'll wind up probably using them in chapter 10 and 11. I mean, chapters 10 and 11 are very long. They're about as long as chapter 6. And chapter 11 has parts where you'll probably blow a lot of ammo and things. Chapter 10 is not really one I look forward to in general. Probably when I was playing my first playthrough, when I was just kind of having fun. Chapter 10 was the point when I hit where it was kind of like I felt, you know, okay, you know, there's 2 situations with lots of enemies, and then all of a sudden these mini bosses, the trauma, and then all of a sudden Laura comes out again, and then right after that is the garage boss fight. It's like one thing after another. Which is kind of like chapter 6 with one thing after another, but on survival mode, chapter 6 is really not that bad. On this mode, chapter 6 is just, to me, a lot. To me, getting past that is a lot more, can be potentially a lot more frustrating than chapter 10. Because even as you get, if you are upgrading, that's the thing. It sort of starts neutralizing in a way, because you can start upgrading things to a very high level, especially if you're collecting all the keys and all the green gel. I'm just making sure there's no wires, because at this point, you know, again, the one-hit death means going all the way back and having all those alter egos to deal with again, and it's just a matter of a precautionary measure. But you see, there's a lot of green gel here, and it's really not just the green gel. Here's another key, which either means more ammo or more green gel. I don't know if I can actually punch this. I'm hoping I can. I don't want to, like, waste bullets. A lot of these statues have to be shot. And then there's where I was earlier, when I was disarming the 2 bombs and getting away from the alter egos. Yeah, now there's another alter ego that appears on this mode, and again, they're kind of slow. I shouldn't be so, like, casual at this point. I don't have any bombs to worry about, and but I don't want to get killed, obviously. He's just gonna come around at some point, like here. I can hear him. There he is. Wow, he's pretty fast. That kind of bothers me. Maybe it's just him going down the stairs. I don't know, because there's no tripwires left and whatnot. I can kind of freely run. I'm just hoping. If I get grabbed right now, that's just really frustrating. But okay. I just kind of want to hug the corner here. I want him to come to one side. So, come on. I can't even... Oh, he's not even facing me anymore, is he? I don't know why he's just standing there like that. I'm kind of like walking here and he's not even turning around, which is... He's going back up the stairs. That's a little weird. I don't really get that. Alright, just run. I don't know, maybe he'll just get stuck over there. I can't really... Well, at least there's a door. Doors are very good, especially in this mode, because anytime you're running away, if you want to try to, like, lure enemies, they always get stuck at the door, and they'll always bang at the door for a while, so it gives you a lot of time to go find cover. I don't even know if there's a checkpoint here, and now there's going to be 2 of these things on the ground and 1 up above, so I'm trying to think here. Really what I'd like to do is just quickly jump up on a ledge and take out the 1 alter ego and smash the other 2 with the lever. I don't know, I might as well just turn this because if there is a checkpoint, it makes a huge difference here, because I would have more time to kind of, I guess, explore, but I just don't... He actually followed me in here. Great. Well, I guess I'll just do the same old trick before, because I really don't want another one running around behind me, because there's going to be 3, I guess. 2 laying on the ground, and 1 right by the last lithograph. See, this is kind of bad. I don't know why he's not following me over here. Come on. I like how they slop on the ground like that. I guess this, I hope, come on, just get him. Again, if this was regular haunted, you know, whether I usually say people, because I mean, I don't know if they're just transformed people or they look like people. There's no way, it would be very difficult to get them stuck in this trap. They're just way too fast. No green gel? Come on. I expect more. It's another reason I just like to kill enemies when I can too. If I don't have to skirt by them, because you know they will give out green gel and ammo, but I don't want to waste ammo to get less ammo, you know. But oh no, there's no checkpoint now. This is kind of risky. Come on. Okay, for anybody watching, that might have been hard to see what I just did, because you can't really see what I just did. I hit this guy with a harpoon bolt and then hit him with a bullet, and then pulled the lever. The thing is, there were 2 of them on the ground down here, which you probably didn't see. I didn't have time to really just, you know, focus the camera and say, oh, look, here's 1 over here and 1 over here. This was a matter of just speed, really. And because I really didn't want them to, I didn't want them to climb up here. I would have been dead. So there's another key around here. Now, because I haven't hit a check, I hope this doesn't mess up here. Now, if you just walk through this door right here, it'll be a checkpoint. So, which is good to do because you can die here. Getting this key. It's not common, but I mean, if you don't get off the rails in time and get through the door, you'll just keep rising, and I don't know if there's, honestly, if there's more spikes above these spikes, or it's just a matter of being squashed against the ceiling, but at this point, after hitting the checkpoint, if I die right now, it's not a big deal. I mean, I don't have to go back and face anything. So hitting the checkpoint's good, because if you miss this door, you have to just go through it and get off. I mean, it's not a big deal, but look, if I just stayed on it, I would have been killed. And after doing everything else I just did, you would just go back to everything if you didn't hit the checkpoint, so... The only place you can't do that is when I got the, went into the optional room and disarmed the traps, and they had the tripwires and everything. I mean, that room's blocked off now, so if one didn't get that key... I mean, at this point, I guess if you, like I said, I like keeping 2 save files. You can always reload the save whenever before you entered these rooms. Okay, well, maybe I was wrong. This chapter does have more potential for abusing the save room than I thought. I just didn't know, and I was being cautious. So I guess the key isn't blocked off. As long as you shut the gas valves off on the left side first before you come over here, then I guess you're fine entirely. So, when I was doing all of this, I guess I could have just did this section first over here, went through the checkpoint, come back. I probably would have disarmed both bombs, definitely, then, at that point. I mean, because... what I probably would have done is... because I thought that was going to be entirely blocked off the rest of the time. I believe the gas valves are, but... the save room's here, so... this is what I mean, you could just... you know, run back through here... go back down where I was, and if you're not confident about disarming the bombs and you want trap parts, just go disarm one of them, come back, save the game, and then go deal with the second bomb. And if it blows up, you know, you can just come back, you'll just reload to the save room and you can go back and you only have to deal with one of them. So, it's just a way of getting more trap parts in an easy way and using a save room when it's available. I just really wasn't sure whether or not it would that pathway would stay blocked off. So the only thing that seems to really block you off from the key is if you didn't shut the gas valves off on the left side first. At least I'm thinking, but
something?
yeah, I forgot something. I forgot. What did I forget? I have 3 keys now. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much the last key. There's 4 keys in this chapter, so... you see, I'm on, you know, chapter 7, and I got a lot of these lockers open. Now that's always good. I'm not going to grab any of that now, but... I try to only take from the lockers when I really, really need it. And one good point to note is, especially even chapter 15, like when you start off the chapter, the last chapter, you'll start off in the save room or near it. That's the last time you'll be able to access these lockers at that point. You'll have a chance to upgrade at some point, there'll be a chair, but this is the last time you'll be able to go to the lockers when you hit chapter 15, so if you're going to take anything from the lockers, and like you'll, at that point, if you collect all the keys, there should be 2 with magnum ammo. You can just stock up right at that point, because you won't have another chance to come back here. Unless, of course, you beat the game and you play on New Game Plus. When you come back in, all these lockers will still be open and have the same stuff in them, so... but... I don't know if I want to use any gel. I really want the level 5 harpoon bolts, and that costs 50,000, and so, what am I on? The Keeper? its last part. So, with Chapter 5 and 6 being a drain, again, this chapter, and Chapter 9 especially too, you can get a lot back that you lost in Chapter 5 and 6. I mean, for anybody, I mean, when I started the chapter, I had 11 trap parts. So, I just got 30 trap parts in this chapter. And this is on AKUMU mode, so... Now, 10 of those parts came from disarming those motion sensor bombs, which are a lot more difficult on this mode because the space is smaller and they move faster. And on survival, the only experience probably you'll have with that is when you get to chapter 13 or 14, they start getting fast. But it's like that throughout this entire playthrough. And I really try to disarm all of them, except in cases where, at least for myself, because I don't have, I'm not. I guess my confidence level isn't that high, but if I haven't hit a checkpoint or there's no save room available, it depends. It's not as risky as one would think. Again, because you have an infinite amount of lives, it's just if you've done a lot since the last checkpoint and then you're faced with one or two of them, it's kind of like, do I really... I mess up and the bomb blows up in my face. It's kind of... You have to go back and do it all over again, but sometimes it's really worth it, especially, I mean, if you don't have anything or any parts. I mean, this might seem like overkill having this many parts, but, and, you know, for some people who are really, really good gamers, it probably would be. But, you know, I spent a lot of time in 2 and 3 just disarming things and collecting trap parts, and I blew all of my trap parts by the time I was... I don't know, the 2 rooms in Chapter 6, I made 4 shock bolts, that's 16 parts. I mean, I kept blowing parts on those 2 chapters and ammo, and it's really what I was preparing for, was 5 and 6. So, I mean, even if you leave 6 really depleted, you'll be able to get stuff back, and I recommend taking advantage of it and even disarming the bombs, because you can wind up depleting it in Chapter 10 and 11. And then... Chapter 13 will be another place where you can get a lot of trap parts, but... Because it would be nice to have a lot of trap parts when you go into that gauntlet section in Chapter 15 in the beginning. Alright, I don't really like this first part, to be honest, and I can die. It's only because of me with the camera angle. I guess it's just a problem with running and now having to change the perspective, but I should prepare myself. I kind of like to prepare and beforehand if there's no time to change and switch the inventory, and sometimes I wind up skipping what I want. Because the keeper you have to take down one time to open the door, and I believe you have to take him down. You probably only have to take him down once total, but I usually take him down twice. And then I try to freeze him somewhere, but I don't know how well this will work. Thanks. Yeah, I took a day's break. I wasn't playing yesterday. I guess after chapter 5 and 6 I got kinda... I needed a little break, but so I'm going through this chapter, and I used it as a way to like get back what I lost. I watched your thing about disarming bombs. Yeah, I really wish I had practiced a little more, but basically in this chapter I went through and disarmed all of them except for one. I guess at one point I just felt I had made it so far that I didn't want to do it, but... Oh, I took advantage of whatever I could in this chapter, knowing what I had depleted. And there's also a lot of parts laying around, so... I came in with 11 and I just made an explosive, but... I'm coming out of here with basically 30 parts. I just made an explosive, so I lost 3, but... I'll probably die here. There's, as you can see on this mode, there's more traps on the ground to avoid, and I don't know, when the angle changes, at least for me, and I'm running and having to push the stick down and run away, it just kind of maybe disorients me a little bit, but well, things like this don't kill you, but maybe I'll just stand here and deal with it later. I'll just stand here for an hour during the broadcast. I don't want to deal with this. I don't know, if I die, I die. Again, I always emphasize, you know, the deaths, you know, you have an infinite amount of lives. It doesn't really make a difference. I mean, you're just going to go back to the next checkpoint. I mean, if it's really far away, the checkpoint, you've done a lot, it's kind of a pain, but really, right now, it's... Well, I guess I made it through in my first try. I mean, I don't know, running from that angle just kind of gets me, but... Oh, it's Leslie.
Leslie, you're safe. Where's...
Kid.
Kidman? Is she here too?
Kid.
Is she alright?
Is she alright? Alright?
I always emphasize how it's in this game how it's just funny. I'm always like, it seems like the entire game I'm chasing this guy. It is. I'm like chasing Leslie the whole time. You know, I get him out and like whatever, and then he just runs away. I'm just chasing him the whole time. Chapter 15, the beginning. All you're doing is like running the whole time after Leslie.
Get it open.
I usually like to hit the guy with an explosive bolt. Really, if I had the Magnum, it would be better. But obviously, you don't acquire the Magnum to level 11. But I can't hit him with the explosive if he runs too close to me, because I'll just kill myself, which isn't the big deal again. But this is the part, honestly, where even during my speed run, where I lost time, because sometimes when it fills up with gas, I don't know why I get kind of lost in here, and it's not even really that complicated, I guess, but believe me, I mean, I started chapter 2, and like, I got out of the car, and I wound up somehow wrapping myself in a circle and going back to the car and not getting to the lantern. I mean, there's no enemies, but I don't know what it is with me. Come on, Leslie, I'm always chasing you, and you're always running away from me. It's so frustrating. At least I'm not with Joseph. Again, that's the biggest point to mention. I don't have to protect Joseph. No, I'd really like... Am I stuck here? I'm not doing too good right now. My explosive bolts are at level 3. If I hit him with a shotgun, he should be down now. Now I sort of get a little... Oh, make sure to get the green gel, but... I don't know what it is here. Maybe it's the poison gas or whatnot, but I get it kind of... I know I have to go through the door that opens. You have to knock him down to open the first door, but... I kind of wish I could just pick up this valve right here, right now, and, you know, have it in hand, but... Now he's going to appear a second time while I'm turning the valve. You should be able to just turn the valve and run past him and shut the door in his face, really. So it looks kind of frightening, and you're gonna get killed, and maybe you will. Maybe I will. I mean, it happens. I've played... Okay, I'm just gonna run past him and through the door, because, I think I got a little time here. Yeah, I play very cautiously. I mean, I imagine if I played through this a couple times, I might be a little less cautious, and I kind of would be a little more confident in certain sections, but I don't know why I'm kind of standing around. I'm thinking I have a lot of time, and I know there's gas all over the place. So, I don't know. I usually only take them down twice. I think you can probably only take them down once. I'm not really sure. I get kind of... I know you get the trophy if you only take them down. If you don't take them down more than twice, you'll get the trophy, but I just killed myself because I thought I could run backwards. Oh, the Sentinel. That gave me a lot of problems. I was so worried about the 2 rooms and everything else that it was a matter of I knew that would give me a problem, but not as much as it did. And I guess when I was doing the broadcast, I was kind of tired, and I died about 20 times trying to kill the dog. Sometimes just running over bear traps. That was a little too close. I didn't... I die once and then I die. It usually happens and like, it's kind of infectious. I kind of like... It just sort of happens that way. And then I die a few times. This is... I didn't really expect him to hit me right there, because the last time I hit him with the bolt, I guess it's because I didn't hit him in the stomach. Come on, Leslie. I have to hit him in the stomach, I guess, to get him to... No, he didn't fall down. Well, at least... I have to think about this for a moment here. I guess I don't have really much time to think, considering I'm gonna die if I don't do something. I didn't really think... Thought I was gonna hit a checkpoint somewhere. I guess not. It's kind of... Maybe it's... Oh, you know what it is? I don't know. I don't know what it is. If I can take him down the second time, I think I have time to kind of run around a little bit, but... I just missed picking up something. I just saw that. Yeah, I've been playing kind of cautiously because I know, and collecting things, I use Chapter 7 and 9 because Chapter 10, yeah. Chapter 10, for me at least, is a little rough. And then it's followed by Chapter 11, so... having those 2 in a row is... And they're both kind of long at the same time, so... I should have looked really quickly because I don't know where I got... You know what, I'm just gonna go past him here, because... What is going on? Oh, he's down on the ground, that's good. Okay, that's not good. Alright, I'm switching to my rifle because it's a little more powerful. I guess he takes more damage the second time. I don't know. See, this is me getting kind of... Wait. I'm looking at the knee. I guess I don't have that much time to run around. I know, where are those shotgun shells? Oh wait, there's something here. What am I doing? There we go. No, I'm not gonna kill him again. Okay, I'm not really happy right now with what just happened, but... Oh, I'm getting lost! Okay, I gotta remember this really quickly here, because this is very simple. Okay, I run to the valve. I pick it up. Now he's gonna come over here. Now, I'm gonna... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. No, no, no. I can't believe this. He put these things on the ground now. Jeez. He's putting them all over the place. Oh, this is why I hate the freeze bolt. You can die from the freeze bolt. 5 trap ports. I mean... I hope I'm not here for like 3 hours. This is not really that much of a pain. It's just a matter of me getting lost in the smoke. Why is this happening to me? There's no problem in the beginning. Now here's where all the problems start. I only use the freeze bolt usually in specific situations. In Chapter 10, when they're coming down the elevator, or sorry, Chapter 11, I try to get a freeze bolt in when the door opens and try to like freeze 2 of them so only one of them runs out on some occasions. It's a far enough distance from me as well. I just thought I could pick that valve up, I guess. Oh, come on. Well, I put the shock bolt down after I got the handle, and I was fine running past. The thing is, he put those things down on the ground, and I got caught in one of them, and it screwed me up. And oddly enough, even though it's on AKUMU mode and you get caught in the trap, it doesn't kill you in one hit. But it's enough to obviously cause problems, because... Wait a minute. Oh, that's right, I have to turn... You know, I always forget, because when you're playing on, like, survival mode, I mean, all the checkpoints are the same, there's no difference, but... So I always forget that there's no checkpoint in between certain places. I mean, I thought there would be one in between this. I don't know, I guess not. I can't really... Does this thing stay dead? Oh, he's down on the ground, right? Maybe I shouldn't stand this close to him? I don't know. Now, you see, that time it only took 1 shotgun shell. I guess last time I didn't directly hit him with the explosive bolt in the stomach, so... Because I had hit him with 2 shotgun shells and a rifle. Maybe I missed him entirely, I guess, then. Last time. Oh, I'm doing this again. I'm getting lost. I did pick up parts there, which, you know, which is what anybody would do if, like, there's a box head chasing them. I don't. Do I have enough time to do this? Oh, this is gonna be like a last second thing. If I don't get this, he's gonna kill me. I'm gonna die from the gas. What is going... Please, turn it. No. No good. Oh, thank you. Well, that makes for a good broadcast. It's like one of those last second things. Just at the last second he escapes. Like right before I'm killed. It's wonderful. The last time when I died, yeah, I think I missed him entire. I didn't hit him with the explosive bolt directly, because I have it at level 3, and usually when I hit him once, and then hit him with a shotgun, he goes down. Last time when I died, I had to hit him with 2 shotgun shells, a sniper rifle shell, and that's after I threw the explosive bolt, and I guess I missed him. What are the clear numbers? In New Game Plus, you can do chapter selects, and whatever you complete, as long as you complete the chapter, carries over into the save file. So if you want to go about and collecting parts and trying to like go to places to collect gel to upgrade, you can keep going through like one chapter over and over again. If you... Oh, clear time 1, it means you completed the game once, all the way through from chapter 1 to chapter 15. Clear 2 would be if you went to chapter select and you started from chapter 1 right from the beginning, so the time resets, and you went through on New Game Plus all the way and completed it to chapter 15, it should say clear 2. You can't skip levels if you want to. Especially if you're doing a speed run or if you want the quick and the dead. I mean, you have to start at chapter 1 and go all the way through all 15, but that's how the clear number, if you clear it that way, then you'll... I have one of my files says clear 2 next to it because I did a speed run through a New Game Plus, and after I completed it, it said clear 2. But you have to, if you do the chapter select, you have to hit 1. You have to start from 1. If you want to save up and upgrade everything beforehand, though, you can just go to any chapter you want. As long as you clear the chapter, everything will carry over, your upgrades and everything. So you can keep doing that until you upgrade everything before you play your New Game Plus. I'm just going over here to get the green gel because I know about that, but... So this chapter's pretty much over. Yeah, there's not much, there's no enemies left. I think that's the only real thing to collect, as far as I know. I mean, there's some green gel, I believe, before you climb down. The next chapter's very short. I mean, I'm gonna do it in another broadcast. I'm not gonna go directly to it because, you know, this has already been almost 3 hours. And really, it's been 3 hours because I've been cautious. I've died a number of times disarming those bombs because I wanted the parts, and I'm kind of happy with where I am with that. I mean, I came in here with 11 parts, and I have 40 coming out, and I made, you know, an explosive bolt, and really, you can get through this chapter. You don't really have to use much ammo. You make use of traps, and you can run past the alter egos in a lot of the places because they're just so slow. Which is a relief because, I don't know, for me, chapter 6, I like lost a lot of parts and ammo getting through that. So I'll just run around here, you know, hoping that there's no bear trap on the ground, which I wouldn't be surprised, but actually I would like it if there was and I noticed it. That would give me 2 more parts, but in any case, I'm gonna get out of here. Because this is the end of this chapter now. So, on AKUMU mode, you see that chapter's not even really that bad. It's really, I mean, for me, 5 and 6 are just pretty, can be really frustrating. Now, I'm gonna say about terms of frustration or terms of difficulty, I mean, I would say when it gets to chapter 10 and 11, it'll start kind of picking back up, but I don't know if it will, especially if you're upgrading, I don't know if it'll near that level of frustration with chapter 6. No, those are just downloadable content. You need the 5 kills with just the I don't have the DLC, so I don't have those bolts, and I have the trophy. That trophy is a little bit glitchy, though. I mean, I feel like I've killed like a lot more people with the bolts until I got it, but then again, there might be it might have been because there's a way. Like I don't know. Some people say with the shock bolt, for instance, you shock them and light them on fire, and that does it. But I don't know because I do that a lot, and what I tried to do is, because I wasn't getting the trophy for a while, and I felt like I killed a lot of enemies with every bolt. So then what I did was I would shock people and then shoot them with the shotgun, because I was just trying to do different things, because I don't know if burning them with the match did it. I mean, you stun people and stealth kill them. And you freeze people, and I don't know, like you could just melee attack or just they die. But I think with the lightning there might be a problem. Maybe you have to shoot them with a gun after they're lighting, because I was just lighting everybody on fire. But I don't know if that works or not. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. The trophy's kind of strange that way, because it's hard to know how to kill the people after you. Because a stun or a shock bolt's not going to kill any enemy. Nightmare mode will give you brass knuckles, just like AKUMU mode will. However, I have no experience playing Nightmare mode, and I don't know what it's like, and I imagine what it's kind of like from what I gather, or I could be wrong, is that environmentally speaking, maybe some of the changes that you see in AKUMU mode are the same in Nightmare mode. It's just maybe you can take damage at least in Nightmare mode. I just never played it. I went right for the AKUMU mode, and because if you get that trophy, it just unlocks Nightmare trophy automatically. And well, AKUMU gives you the trophy for if you're thinking about game reward in-game rewards. I'm not quite sure if there's any difference between AKUMU and Nightmare in terms. I mean, you get brass knuckles for each of for completing the game on either one of those modes, but I think beating AKUMU might be just a reward in and of itself. I mean, at least for me, I think it's the hardest damn trophy I ever got, because again, I haven't played 2,000 games, and you know, for me, I just getting through it, realizing that was probably for me the hardest trophy I ever got. So I don't know, maybe it helped boost my skills, and I feel like a better player, but for me, going through this on the first time really wasn't a whole lot of fun. I mean, I found myself at times just screaming and raging at the television screen, as if, like, you know, that's going to change anything, but as far as I know, in-game rewards, I don't know if AKUMU is any different from Nightmare mode. I mean, however, in order to get the platinum, you would need to beat it on AKUMU mode. And if you do beat it on AKUMU mode, you get the trophy for Nightmare mode. So I'm not surprised that you say that. You know what the thing is? It's that it's like I said, I started doing these broadcasts just recently, and I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm broadcasting. And another thing is I've played through AKUMU mode once, but really, I think it's the broadcasting factor. I'm very aware that I'm talking, and it's in a way, it kind of gives me some composure because I'm looking on the side of the screen and I'm talking to people, and at the same time, so even if I'm dying, like I did with the Sentinel 20 times, it's it's I guess not as bad because I'm also, talking to other people, and I'm not sitting here alone with my own thoughts in my head, dying over and over again. So it's just for me, it makes it, I don't know, it gives me maybe a little levity in the situation, but just also being conscious of broadcasting. I mean, I can't, I don't want to sit here and, I guess it's just a level of holding it. I mean, when I was definitely, I'm saying, when I was playing through this by myself, I wasn't live broadcasting when I played through it the first time. I, I remember just, especially, I don't know, there's 5 or 6 places during this game, one being the 2 rooms, one being the Kidman section, another on chapter 10, where I just was really cursing and screaming at the television. I mean, I live with other people, and I remember somebody knocking at the door because they could hear me. I mean, that's kind of how bad it was, and I know it doesn't sound like it here. Yeah, I try. I mean, I really am very conscious of this. I don't really lose any consciousness of the fact that I'm broadcasting, so, which is really good because otherwise, yeah, I don't know. At the same time, I feel like any irritation or whatnot from dying is sort of mitigated by, I don't know, the fact that I'm talking to other people on the side, so it kind of gives me something to distract me. It's like I was saying before, if I was sitting here alone by myself and there wasn't other people chatting, and I'm just alone with the thoughts in my head, and if I'm in a situation where I'm dying over and over again, which happens on this mode, for me at least, but it's kind of different. I mean, I'm not talking to anybody, I'm not doing anything, there's nothing, it's just me and dying over and over again. It gets really frustrating. If you want to keep your rocket launcher ammo and not blow it, just keep a separate save file when you complete the game. And just if you're going to use the rocket launcher through a run-through, just make sure you have the other save file available that has your full rocket launchers, so you can always, go back and play with the rocket launcher, so you don't blow all your ammo, I've never seen personally rocket launcher ammo laying around, although there could be. I've seen machine gun ammo here and there. I never used the machine gun at all, though. It's not because I'm cool or anything, but it's just even when I was doing like a quick and the dead thing, I don't know, I never used it. I didn't know what it was useful for. I found the rocket launcher to be useful for the bosses. If I was trying to get through quickly for some of them, I would just blow them away with the blowout rocket launcher. I don't use the burst handgun. Usually when the high penetration sniper rifle, I'll switch slots and use that, and then the only reason is because, I mean, it's the same. Really, the upgrades are shared with the regular sniper rifle, and it's pretty much, to me, I mean, it's the same, especially when the rifle's upgraded fully. The difference is that it can penetrate through more than one enemy, which is good, but I often don't even find situations where I'm hitting people with a sniper rifle and getting 2 people at once, but I mean, I use it anyway, just for that, in case that happens. Achievement. Sorry, I know I'm silent right here. I had a alarm going off in my room. I have to reset it. It's kind of... Oh, I know what he's talking about. What trophy he's talking? You're talking about killing 10 people with a secret explosive? Is that what it is? Create a separate save file so you can use your rocket launcher and go into chapter 2 and just kill 10 people with the rocket launcher, 10 enemies. You should get the trophy. And so you can keep your rocket launcher ammo, just keep that other save file, you know. You just have to kill 10 enemies with the rocket, if you're referring to that trophy. No, you don't need to kill all of them in like one pile. I know it probably seems that way looking at the trophy from what it says, but like that's not. I mean, I got the trophy. I didn't gather up 10 enemies and just shoot a bull. I just went through chapter 2 and killed some of them. Like just on some occasions, I just threw a rocket launcher at one enemy, and then I did another enemy and another enemy. I mean, you just have to kill 10 of them. And you don't have to worry about losing your rocket launcher ammo again if you make another save file, because, you know, you can always just go back to that. If you're just trying to get the trophy, that's kind of the same concept, the same thing I did when I went for the Bathed in Flames trophy to kill Laura. I mean, when I was in that situation, I blew all my ammo killing her. And once the trophy popped, I just reloaded back to my autosave so I didn't lose all my ammo and just ran past her. Because you don't really need that key either after her. If that's the only key that you leave and get every other key, you can open up every other locker. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's the secret explosive, if that's what's being talked about, that's all I know. I mean, that's how I got the trophy. I just went through chapter 2 and I just shot people with the rocket launcher. Not people, but whatever, the haunted. I mean, even if they were individually, once I got 10, the trophy or achievement popped. I guess achievement if you're playing Xbox, but I mean, I don't know how to scroll this chat either. I'm looking above and said something about starting from where you see Leslie, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, when I hear that, it gives me no idea of where to think, because you see Leslie everywhere in this game. That's all. You see him like on every chapter, and he's always running away. But I guess what's being written down, or from what I'm reading, is the point when you see him on chapter 2 at the explosive tripwire. When he stops you there, he says something about. Sebastian says, "We gotta get you to a hospital." And he just flips out and runs away, and Sebastian just casually sits there like, what the? But I gotta... But I'm gonna have to end this broadcast because this is the end of this chapter. And if I go to chapter 8, I'm gonna start. Yeah, what I did today was well, because this is live broadcasting, once I stop the broadcast, it automatically goes on Twitch TV and it's archived there for 2 weeks. But I've already uploaded the first 7 parts onto YouTube. They're probably not on there yet because it takes a while for the videos to process. But I'm making sure to do it early because it can take a while. When I'm trying to export them, I'll get like emails saying that the export failed. And so I usually have to click on it a few times in order to get it to succeed. I mean, all of this right now is still available on Twitch. Because I've been doing this I mean, what is it? The first part 1 was done on February 5th, which really wasn't long ago, but they should all be on YouTube soon anyway. Except for this one right here, because obviously I haven't pressed an export button. The broadcast isn't even finished, but it still takes a while for things to process. So I'm making sure to upload them all to YouTube. I mean, if the export, if exporting to YouTube wasn't available, it would be kind of depressing to me because that means after 2 weeks, unless you're, I guess, a partner with Twitch. I mean, it's only archived for 2 weeks, so I guess it would disappear permanently, and that would be kind of depressing, especially going through this mode like this. So I'd make sure to export them because they'll just be on YouTube indefinitely then. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna end this because I might, I'll probably come back on within the next few hours and go through chapter 8. Chapter 8's a very short chapter. I say that, and I'll probably be like sitting there, and the elapsed time will be 5 hours, wondering like what is going on. I'm playing like pretty much the shortest chapter, and I mean, oh, it happens. But it's been nice talking to everybody, and all right, and thanks for watching. And I always love the chat because I guess that does help me, retain a level of composure. I mean, but yeah, once I stop the broadcast, it's already archived on Twitch. But thanks. Yeah, and I'll probably start broadcasting in another few hours, and I'll go into chapter 8. I think after I completed 5 and 6, I was a little bit more comfortable because for me that was the peak of. Okay, I got through that now. Now I got some breathing space, and I'm a little more. So I guess I'll see you later, or maybe not. But again, it's been nice talking to you, and So my name is Brian. I'm gonna end this broadcast. This is the end of chapter 7. I'll probably start up chapter 8 within the next few hours. So thanks to everybody who's been watching, participating, and talking. And I hope to see you later. Okay. Goodbye.